What's up, YouTube family and Browns fans everywhere? This is Cleveland football, and I'm your host, Terrence Hudson. All right, y'all. Feels good to be back. Still quarantining it. Still got my quarantine beard going. Still like to get out though, and just go for a walk, get some air, work out a little bit. But hey, let's hop into this this topic here I want to talk about today. I want to talk about this new Rooney Rule, or the tweak to the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule. Rooney Rule was established in order to increase the number of minority hires in head coaching and front office, or to at least get them interviewed, get them a chance, get minorities in the room, I should say. With this tweak to the rule, because teams, you can't penalize them for not doing it. At least I don't think. But you can, this new rule, they want to incentivize it. For instance, the hire of a minority head coach, the team can move up 6 spots in the third round of the draft. You hire a minority GM, a team could jump 10 spots in the third round of the draft. You hire a minority head coach and a GM, you move up 16 spots in the third round of the draft. Do I like it? No, I don't. But I think it's an indictment on the level of inequality when it comes to hiring in the NFL. That something this absurd even has to be proposed. But you know what? It gets us talking about it. Because there's obviously a problem. I don't think this is the answer. There could be some things that the NFL could do. I mean, let's just entertain it real quick. Real quick. The third round. You can still get some guys in the third round. Ranking the 10 best third round draft picks since 2000. And this is from Sporting News. This came out last spring. Had some guys even in honorable mention. But number 10, T.Y. Hilton. It was a third round pick. Colts. Outstanding Pro Bowler. Navarro Bowman. Linebacker. 49ers. Justin Houston. All Pro linebackers. Chiefs. Alvin Kamara. Frank Gore. Hall of Famer. Jamal Charles. We know what he did. Marshall Yanda. Guard. The Ravens. Jason Witten. Witten might be in the Hall of Fame. He'll be in the Dallas Ring of Honor. The great Russell Wilson. Future Hall of Famer. And then Steve Smith. Hall of Famer. Wide receiver. Panthers. And went on to play with the Ravens. That's just entertainment, man. Third round, you still get some talent. Now, why would something this absurd have to be proposed? I mean, let's just put some numbers to it, put some things into perspective. You look at the NFL, you look at the breakdown player racial disparities. NFL is almost 70% black, right? 70% minority, 70% black. I'm sure some other minority groups in there as well. But if you move up into the coaching ranks, let's start with the position coaches. I don't have the exact breakdown of the numbers. I could, it could be found, but it'd be a lot of work. I don't have time for that right now. But I imagine the numbers are a little bit better, a little bit more equitable. Probably not much. Let's move up to the coordinator positions, offensive coordinator. Right now, from my understanding, there are 2. Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator, Chiefs, and then Byron Leftwich, offensive coordinator with the Jags. 2 out of 32 teams. Defensive coordinators faring a little bit better. You got about 10. And most of them are African American. You got about 10. Unless I'm missing someone, I doubt it, though. It's possible. You got about 10. That's a little less than a third. 10 out of 32. A little bit better. But still not good enough. Let's look at head coaches. 32 teams. You got about 4. Mike Tomlin, head coach of Pittsburgh Steelers. Anthony Lynn, head coach of the LA Chargers. Ron Rivera, head coach of the Washington Redskins. And then Brian Flores down there in Miami. The Dolphins. 4. Almost like a pyramid. You got the players at the bottom. Vast. 70%. You move up to closer to the top of the pyramid. Numbers thin out. Head coach, position coach, head coach. Let's get up to GM. And now you got 2 African Americans. Andrew Berry, our beloved Browns, and then Chris Greer in Miami. 2. A lot of these guys have a heavy hand in who will be the head coach. You know, selecting a head coach. The influence there. Let's take it all the way to the top, to the owner. 1. Pakistani. Shahid Khan. Rest is white. The power lies at the top. The company he's hired. The owners can talk about how much they want to do this, do that. Ultimately, they have the power to say so. You know, the final decision on who gets hired. And let's not be stupid. I don't believe like, oh, you should just hire somebody just because of the color of their skin, as you hear people say. You know, it's not what I'm saying. There are plenty of outstanding coaches, qualified coaches. And for whatever reason, they just don't get a look. And we'll talk about that. I mean, my own personal history, I grew up predominantly black neighborhood, predominantly black schools growing up. I had black coaches growing up, sports, football, basketball, track. You know, my little league coach, or we called it Muni League, Clay Thompson. Discipline. He was disciplined. He was tough. He coached you tough. He wasn't a, okay, you can do it, Timmy. You can do it, Timmy. He wasn't that type of guy. He was a, boy, you cost us the championship. You know, but he coached us tough. Discipline. My high school coach is a legend. Legendary. Ted Ginn Sr. I call him the great psychologist. I mean, and this is just outside of X, everything he did outside of X's and O's. He's an outstanding play caller as well. But I'm not even talking about X's and O's, just what he did outside of that. You know, master motivator. You know, changing the way you think about yourself, you think about your community. Just the lives that he touched and still touching today. You guys can coach, man. But it's like the higher you move up, high school, college, pros, and less minorities you see in these positions of leadership. 128 school Division I FBS, you see about 13 or 14 maybe African Americans. What? And we know the players are overwhelmingly black. Why is this the case? It's about exposure and opportunity. If you look at the player personnel departments, Scouting departments, director of scouting, director of player personnel, director of outreach, these things. A lot of these positions they're overwhelmingly white. And these are some of the stepping stone positions to move into, general managers positions. Who make decisions when it comes to hiring. And yeah, some guys make it. Yeah, some guys work hard and they make it. They get an opportunity. In a lot of cases, on the other hand, it's a who you know. Which I hate that. It's not what you know. It's, this guy that was in the same fraternity with this guy. Or this guy played with his dad. Or this guy worked with his uncle or his dad. And so if you're not in that circle, you locked out. And you got to try to find your way in. Hey, baby. And then you get folks that say, why does everything have to be about race? Why does everything have to be about race? It's not about race, it's about merit. If a guy works hard, You okay, girl? Why does everything have to be about race? To that I say, one, you either don't understand systems of inequality. Two, you either don't care. Or three, you either don't want it to change. My background, undergraduate sports and recreation, graduate school, studied sports science, sports management, administration, leadership studies. And part of my research was, recruiting African American males into careers in teaching and education. You say, why is that important? Population of black male teachers in the United States is less than 2%. Less than 2% nationwide. Some students, just think back to your experience. Some students went their whole life, whole career, high school and college, without ever having a black male as a teacher. Well, what does it matter? One, representation matters. Right? Diversity matters. Different experiences, different ways of looking at the world. Right? Different opportunities. Some people change the way they view an African American male based on the position that they see. One thing I like to do was reach out to students while they was younger, before they pretty much shaped what they want to be or not want to be based on their life experiences. So I like to reach out to younger students and say, hey man, you could become a teacher. You can have an impact on someone's life. This is a career opportunity for you. I will promote that, and we'll do activities, and we'll bring students on the college campus and do all those things. Exposure them at a young age where they can see this is an opportunity. This could be done in the NFL. Because right now you reach out, people say, they see player and they see coach. Students see player, they see coach. They don't see all these other things that surround all these behind the scenes. Strength and conditioning, player development, community outreach, scouting, director of scouting. Where a lot of these roles leads into head coaching positions, leads into position coaching position, leads into general manager positions. but a young minority might haven't been exposed. Might not get exposed to these type of careers until you get to college. The outreach could be done. Have to start that pipeline earlier. But even now, it's backlog. You got guys that's already at the top that's been waiting for years for an opportunity that haven't come yet. Why does everything have to be about race? You know what? I wanted the same thing. But this is what I have for you today. Hey, I didn't mean to go this long. I went off on one of these tangents. But hey, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this rule. Let me know what you think about minority hiring in the NFL. Tell me if you think I'm right. Tell me I'm right. If you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But let's talk about it. Hit me up in the comments. But if you like, hit the like button. Be sure to share and be sure to subscribe.